What's up, everybody? This is John from John Kell 3D Gaming here, and I must say, this game was one of the best investments I have made this year. It's not overly complicated, it doesn't want to try to compete with other FPSs, and you know what? It doesn't need to be. And I'm talking about Killing Floor 2. Now, I never heard of the first one, and this game was recommended to me by friends who played it before me or who have it, so I picked it up, and my first impression was, okay, it looks just like a normal survival game. And you know what? It is, but it feels more than that. Not only is it really cool to just go through and mow motherfuckers down and blow their goddamn brains out with 6 other players, but in the way you do it and how complicated and more strategic you need to be as each wave comes at you. Especially the boss battles. There's only 2 bosses in the game for now, but it seems like this game doesn't have like a season pass or anything or DLC expansions. So if they just do it in free updates, that would be cool to add more bosses. But the handful of maps that are here are really cool. The components in the game looks great. The monsters look horrifying, but horrifyingly awesome. Something you would see in a slasher, over-the-top slasher film or demonic movie. It's just cool shit. Now, oddly enough, the classes are not called classes, they're called perks. And there's Berserker, Commando, Support, Field Medic, Demolition, Firebug, Gunslinger, Sharpshooter, Survivalist, and SWAT. Each have their own personal abilities, and you can take one and customize them. Customize them however you want with different crafting items that you find in the world or different things you can buy via microtransaction. But I don't indulge in microtransactions. I hate that. I fucking wish they would go away, but you know what are you going to do? But it doesn't affect the progression system in this game, which the progression system is not too high, not too low, but very medium. So it's worth putting that many hours in if you want to level up, because it took me a couple of hours, like 2 to 3.5 hours just to get to level 4, because the leveling up is very medium slow. And then with the handful of different maps, which there's survival mode, there's also versus mode, and there's an offline single player mode to get, to give you a feel for how the game flows, which the game flows great. And in the game, after each wave ends, you can use currency from killing different monsters, or what they're called Zed or Zin. It's one of the two. Different weapons, but every class is not constricted to to certain weapons. Each class can use everyone's weapons: heavy, medium, light, long range, short range, melee. The only thing that's different about each character is, like if you're a medic, you can heal yourself or heal others as you level up to gain more abilities. I haven't tried the other classes yet, but I have seen them in use, and some of my friends have used them. So I have a base understanding, but personally for me, it's always been field medic. Even in Battlefield, any game that has a medic, you always need a medic. Come on now. Now the multiplayer component is, there is a versus survival, kind of like Left 4 Dead, where 6 players survive and hold out against the waves while there's the endless hordes coming at you. But there are 6 players who can randomly beat any monster, and you have to take them out, or they'll take you out. And it gets very hectic very quickly, and things can go in anyone's favor. But there's 2 rounds to this. You have to do 4 rounds living and 4 rounds dead. If you can win 1 round, you have to win the next round, or if the other team wins, it goes into like a 3rd round overtime. So very competitive. Like, you can get ganged very quickly by the undead, because you can't really tell who's different between the players and the undead Zed zombies. Now, single player is good for you to practice your game flow. You get a feel for each map, get a feel for your character. But the thing is, it is still just as intense and claustrophobic, because some of these levels are tight corridors, and you could just be chased by every enemy. And how the game looks over the top. It sounds over the top. The guns sound amazing. Now, the music is what really will sell you, because think of it, it's like Call of Duty. This is how I see the game. The game reminds me of Left 4 Dead, Call of Duty Zombies, Doom, No More Room in Hell, and there was another game that was like this. There was another game I played that was just like this, but not as good as this. But anyway, yeah, the core concept of those other games I just mentioned, they're kind of like a mixed bag into this one. Now, What I have to say about Killing Floor 2, this game, it's great. I like it. It's one of the best shooters I've played. It's still, it's still light on features, and I'm sure they'll add features in later, so you have to take it like it is. But I give Killing Floor 2 an 8.5 out of 10. It is a great shooter, and I highly recommend it. If you have the money, go out and invest.